Hey guys, it's Paradise, and with the next open beta coming up, it's our chance to actually play Wilds again. But we also have some exciting new gameplay to dive into from the Taipei Game Show 2025 Monster Hunter stream, showing off Gypceros, who we can also fight in the upcoming beta. So let's go over the exciting details and new gameplay, as there's some cool stuff to look forward to if you're a Monster Hunter fan, which I'm assuming all of us are. So firstly, let's talk about Gypceros and its revival in Monster Hunter Wilds, because when they called the game Wilds, well, they meant it. With updated visuals and moves, it's super interesting to see this monster come back, and of course, if you don't know, Gypceros is actually a first-gen monster, which you may have most recently seen in Monster Hunter Stories 2, and I really loved Stories 2. If you didn't try it and like turn-based games, you really should. But for mainline games, Gypceros is interesting because it has a bunch of mechanics and moves that tend to catch new hunters off guard and even trick them. So Wilds is going to be a fun lesson for many new hunters to the series out there. With its ability to flash and knock you over, massively extend its tail to attack at range, poison you, and even fake its own death, this is a monster you will always remember hunting for the first time. The actual wiki explains the monster pretty well, saying Gypceros is among the largest and heaviest known bird wyverns. Its most notable features are the lamp-like crest on the top of its head and a rubbery, shock-resistant hide. It has a long pink tail with a bulbous tip and is uniform blue-grey across most of its body. It possesses a poison sac which allows it to produce toxic fluids for use against attackers. Now, Gypceros may look like a bit of a pushover compared to some of the other monsters in the series, but let's cover some of its moves because we got a good look at them from the gameplay in the Taipei Game Show. If you've played against Titsuyaku in World, you will be familiar with the annoyance of getting flashed mid-combo, and Gypceros is just as good or maybe even better at flashing. He executes it very quickly after 3 head shakes, giving you little time to respond, move away, or get behind it. This will knock you over completely and leave you open to follow-up attacks. Its best tell for this move is when its face starts to shake, and you can see its face glow while it does this. So you do have a little warning, but it will keep you on your toes. Then we have the poison. It can imbue its beak with poison, meaning you will want to bring antidotes and herbal medicine, and it can even spit poison at a sort of medium range with an AoE splash. It can do this fairly quickly as well, so at some point you are likely going to have to accept getting poisoned. It's also worth noting that Jono, the EMEA community manager, did say in their restream that the poison in Wilds is actually stronger than in World or Rise, and it isn't as easy to ignore. So I guess we need to get ready for stronger status effects in Wilds too. Now of course we have to mention its extending tail attack because it just looks amazing. To be honest, it's a bit of a comic looking move, but you know it's going to get annoying if you let him spam it. So you might want to focus on its tail as a good strategy if you have a slashing weapon, because the range on that move frankly looks super impressive. But we also have its playing dead mechanic, which is so much fun when you encounter it the first time. Sometimes the best strategy to get away from a hunter might just be to pretend that you're dead, and this is Gypceros' classic move. It will fall over and pretend that you finished it, even letting you continue to attack or carve it. But doing so will cause it to tremble and eventually get back up for one final fight, and if you're too close, this will actually hit you for damage. The easiest way to know if it's faking it or not is if the hunt actually finishes, but if you're in doubt, you can always keep attacking. Now it is kind of hard to tell, but it does look like Gypceros actually is a bit slower than in previous versions. But in the gameplay, you can see the hunter has a max sharpness of green on his greatsword, suggesting it's probably a low rank hunt, so this might be why it kind of looks a bit easy to fight. However, I expect its stronger counterpart, Purple Gypceros, will make a return too, and if so, it is a much stronger version that we can look forward to hunting. I also love the extending tail mechanic, because it has me excited for the possibility of Giganox returning, which if you don't know is kind of like Kezu's long-lost cousin. In the gameplay, I also want to highlight this segment where they fight 2 Gypceros at once, which is pretty crazy. Wilds does have the pack system, even featuring alphas, so maybe there will be an alpha Gypceros or a pack of them to fight at once, and it's going to be crazy with multiple flashes and extending tail whips going down. Now do remember we have the second open beta test coming soon, which also features Gypceros to fight, so we can all get hands-on experience with taking it down. But there's even a second, yet to be revealed new monster in the second open beta test to fight, and I cannot wait to see what this one is. I do want to reiterate though, this second beta test will not feature any of the already announced weapon changes and updates that have been officially confirmed. It's basically the same build as the previous open beta when it comes to the weapons, so some of them may feel wrong or unchanged if you did play the last one and have seen all of the official weapon balance changes. There have been some exciting and sweeping changes, with things like the insect glaive getting its bounce back, the lance getting major improvements to counters, and even the SNS getting a range of buffs. But these will only be playable in the release version of the game, at least from what we know so far. But at least Gypceros and the second mystery monster is in the beta as something new. If you missed the first beta, it's also a great chance to get the extra participation bonuses, including that super cute pendant and the bonus item pack, giving you some nice resources to start your hunts off. I particularly like that we get a few shock and pitfall traps. The beta is a little bit different to the last one as well, because there is no PlayStation Plus exclusive window. Both the beta windows are playable on all platforms, even without PlayStation Plus. You can see the times on the screen here, where it's playable from Friday to Monday for 2 weeks in a row, from the 7th of Feb to the 10th of Feb, and then comes back again on the 14th to the 17th. Also, I love the fact that they highlighted the baby sacred at the end of the stream too. How can anyone not love these little chocobos? Well, are you excited to hunt Gypceros and that mystery monster in the upcoming second open beta test? How do you feel about them bringing back the open beta without the already announced weapon changes? Share your thoughts down below and make sure you are subscribed, because we are going to have so much more Monster Hunter coming your way very, very soon. Here at Arekkz Gaming, we're two friends who love to play games. You have me, Paradise, as well as 26.
Our goal is to keep the videos as concise as possible by cutting out any of the fluff and focusing on what really matters with high quality videos.
So make sure you're subscribed down below for more videos on your favorite games coming very, very soon.